Hey everyone, this is Rachel and I'm here for another episode of Lift and Sketch with Christy and Rachel. Today we are lifting this lovely mixed media layout by Anna Uhras. I have no idea if that's how you say her name, so I apologize. But that is who it is by. So I'm going to be doing a take on this particular layout as opposed to following it specifically on the nose. I have these color resist die cuts from Heidi Swapp that I bought years ago, and I have used them sporadically throughout the years. This is all I've got left, and it was a pretty decent sized batch. So my thinking is to, in place of doing mixed media and then having a cut file over it as in the lift, my idea is to do mixed media and then use these in place of a cut file. Not specifically using it like I want a heart here and a star here, but just using it as more of a background piece, so more abstract than actual specific, like using it specifically because it has a heart that says awesome or something like that. If I'm making any sense, I never know if I'm making any sense. Alright, I'm going to be using some shades of blue rather than the warm colors Anna used in her layout. So I'm going to go ahead, put you on fast forward and get you started. I will put below a link to Christy's video in order for you to go ahead and check out what she did with this particular layout. So please go on over and check that out, and I will see you in just a little bit. Alright, folks. Alright, to start off, I've pulled out this 6x6 paper pad by Basic Grey. It's Urban Luxe. It's one of the last releases they made before they stopped making scrapbooking supplies. Aw, sad face. Okay, the cardstock I'm using is by Close to My Heart. It is their quote-unquote watercolor paper. I'm pretty sure it's just their regular white cardstock that they realized people were saying took mixed media pretty well and renamed it their watercolor paper. But hey, to me it just feels the same as when I bought their white cardstock. Alright, I am making several matted layers for my 3x4 photo. I don't often work with 3x4 photos, but sometimes I am not a very good photographer. Well, most of the time I'm not a very good photographer. And just the quality of the picture isn't going to be awesome, so I might as well print it smaller so it looks a little bit nicer. This particular photo, my dog Sadie and one of the ferrets, who have since passed away, were playing together, which is actually a little bit unusual for this particular ferret, so I caught them nose to nose and I thought it was a cute photo, so I wanted to go ahead and just tell this little story. Alright, we are going to be doing some mixed media now. I'm starting off with 3 different shimmerz products. They are Deep Blue Sea, Don't Rain on My Parade, and one other, which I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but basically they're almost the exact same colors. And I realized that once I get these down, I'm like, okay, those are, I was going for a monotone look, but not that monotone. So I go back to my shimmers and I pick out Cold as Ice, which is a light blue, and I go ahead and do the packaging technique with that as well. And I think that actually turns out quite nice as a nice mix of blues. And then I add a little bit of, oh no, you know what? I think I did the misting with the Cold as Ice. I did the packaging technique with blue jeans. Okay, that was what I did. Alright, make sure I'm doing the right thing here. I'm going to set that aside to dry, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to go ahead and mist up these color resist products from Heidi Swapp. I got these from Michael's like so long ago, probably 2013, 2014, and this, while it may look like one of the Tim Holtz mats, it is not. It is a Teflon sheet from Amazon that I cut in half, and it cost me all of $4. So a little trick, if you don't want to pay for the resist mat that they have at Michael's or online, you can get the Teflon baking mat at Amazon for about a third of the cost. And like I said, this is cut in half, so I've got another one that I haven't even used yet. I am going to be using Cold as Ice to mist all of my color resist products, and then just use a paper towel to kind of wipe away anything that's stuck to it, and then my mat Now, once I see how I like the look, and I do, I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead to the end. By the end, I was kind of just rubbing the color resist die cuts in the leftover ink because I'm like, I don't want to waste any more of this. So I'm letting that dry for a little bit. I'm going to pull out my 12 by 12 background and see what it looks like with my photo, see if I need to add anything to it. Well, I'm just letting those die cuts dry for a second. They dry pretty quick. I don't know if you can even get this product anymore, but if for those of you who have it and have never used it, it dries pretty quick. And now I'm just going to go ahead and use my Scotch tacky glue, which I get at Michael's, which used to be called quick dry adhesive, and they changed the name for some reason. Who knows? And I'm going to use that to glue down all of the different die cuts, just kind of behind the photo as kind of a large abstract mat. So you'll see what I was saying before is I'm really just using it as a mat, more so than as a design. Oh, here's a heart and here's a star, and I'm going to use, type of that thing. That particular star had words on it that had nothing to do with my layout, so I just strategically hid the words, so you just see the spokes of a star sticking out, and it works quite nicely. So once I get all of those glued down, I let it I wanted to because they were still slightly damp, I put it under something weighted, and I just left it alone for a little while. In fact, I actually left it alone for several days. For those of you who don't know, I'm actually voiceovering this right before it's going up, so it is December 18th. So like a lot of people, I am crazy busy this time of year with all the holiday stuff going on, so this ended up sitting for a couple of days, but it's fine. I'm going to use this acrylic piece, and this is by Color Cast Designs, and it's kind of funny that the title of Anna's layout was Hello, and mine is going to be Hello There, and so I just thought that was kind of funny. It wasn't even like planning, oh, well, her layout was named Hello, so I should do that as well. It just happened to be, whenever I saw this photo, what popped in my head was, oh, hello there. Because they happen to be nose to nose. And for the word there, I found these little Simple Stories Snap Alphas, and this is in a light gray color, so I'm definitely sticking to the blues and the grays and the off-whites and whites for this particular layout. I'm going to keep the rest of it pretty simple because it is so heavily mixed media'd. I'm only going to pull out a couple of embellishments. I have some hearts from LE Studio, and I'm just going to use the gray ones kind of in a circle around my photo as well. And then from that other puffy sticker set, which has words, I'm going to choose one word sticker that says hanging out, and then just these 3 circle puffy stickers that kind of reminiscent of enamel dots. So I'm going to go ahead and do my journaling, and as I said, this isn't a huge story, it's just a cute, fun one, and as I said, this is Sadie and Simba, and they didn't often play together. Simba wasn't a playing kind of ferret, he was kind of more like a hang out with you kind of ferret, so it was always cute when they would play together. Now I have some Nuvo drops. I tend to use my Nuvo drops more on my cards than my scrapbooking layouts, but this happened to be sitting right on my desk, and it was super cute and just the right color, so I decided to add groups of 3, and I'm just flicking them with my finger on the back to make sure they round, and I'm all set. Make sure you check out Christy's take on this. There are photos coming up right now. Have a great day, everyone. Bye!